Carl, of course, the first match day of your tenure coming up on Saturday. You've had a couple of days now to try and get messages and ideas, I suppose, into the boys. So how have those couple of days really been from your point of view?
Yeah, not ideal. Obviously, we want more time with the players. We'll layer up the detail as we go on, but we've got in as much as we can do with them at this point, and they've been really receptive. Loved the attitudes. Like I said, there's so much that we want to get into them. We need to make sure that we're doing it incrementally and at the right times. So yeah, they've been really positive. Their body language has been good, which was really important off the back of Tuesday, which was hugely disappointing. Don't want to refer to it too much because I never want to see anything like that again. It wasn't great from a spectator point of view. So first and foremost, I just want to see positive reactions, and we've had that so far.
And I mean, you mentioned in terms of the boys being receptive to what you have been able to get into them so far. How important is that? I mean, of course, you know a few of the boys already, but there are still a fair few new faces as well.
Yeah, but the football that they've been playing this season, I know Rob left, and I think just in the interim period, they've just seemed forgetting a few bits that they were so good at. So it's basically just been reinforcing some of the elements that we're really good at. Like I said, it hasn't been an easy period for them. A lot of uncertainty, a lot of different voices, a lot of opinions, and that comes from honesty from the group. They want to do well, so they all think that they have to chip in. They just need that clear leadership in that direction, and that's what we've given them. And I think we can start to see that they're settling down. Everyone's sort of appreciating their role within the group and just allowing me and Liam to lead on it and give the clear instruction.
Yeah, and with obviously the match day, we mentioned a trip to Altrincham coming up this weekend. I suppose they're one of the sides in the National League that I feel like Gateshead probably know the most about. I haven't played them quite a lot of times over recent years, but how are you looking ahead to that particularly?
Yeah, tough opponent, start of a really tough run of games. Obviously this week is going to be massive, the Saturday to Saturday with Sutton in between and Solihull at home. So it's a tough start, but that's what you want. You want to see the reaction, because there needs to be, there's no doubt about that. And it's a tough opponent to make sure that the boys are really at the top of the game to be able to compete, because Altrincham are a side that I like. Phil is a well-respected coach at this level, someone who I think can operate higher. So for me and my personal development, really good to go head-to-head with him and his side. So we'll find out a lot about ourselves in this game, and we're looking forward to it.
And from your perspective, of course, stepping into the management role ahead of a match day, obviously you've been in the dugout as a coach with Gateshead and obviously Carlisle and MK Dons previously as well, but has much really changed in terms of prep from your own personal point of view? Of course, you've got Liam alongside you this week helping things as well. Yeah,
no, not much has changed. It doesn't need to. Like I said before, we're just revisiting all the good things. For me as a manager, obviously there's decision making in terms of picking the team, but my eyes are wide open. That's something that I know that I was getting into. It's not easy, I love the boys, but ultimately I'm here to make tough decisions. I know that, as long as I'm honest and I tell the boys exactly why they're not involved in the areas in which they can improve to get in the side, then that's the job, and we've got to accept it. The players have got to accept it and try and get better. So yeah, obviously the responsibility is a hell of a lot more, and that's what I've found. But in terms of the structure and the way we want to play, we're just revisiting everything that makes Gateshead Gateshead.
And in terms of personnel at the minute, a little bit of good news on the front with Greg, in that he's got the boot off now, and I suppose can start his sort of next process of the rehab. And obviously something that happened while you were away from the club, but a positive to see, and especially obviously he's been back around the place quite a lot lately as well, which is always good.
Yeah, obviously he's our leader and he's a fantastic player at this level. Really pleased to see him get his boot off and just hit that milestone so he can get closer, and mentally that obviously helps him, which then in turn helps the group. Because he's so influential. So, and then we've got a couple of players close to return into fitness as well, who will make a massive impact on the team. So Tinks, Joe, they're all edging closer, which will make the squad more competitive and in a better position to go and compete.